Okay, you guys, hello. I have so much energy because so many good things are happening right now. Um, I am, I'm jumping right in. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know how to converted van, but this is what I do know. I do know that beginning of 2019, early spring, I had this crazy idea to straight up travel and live in a van, and it kind of was ignited from my great grandmother actually passed away, and I went to California with my family. It was so good to be with all of my family, even though we were mourning. It was just unique. I got to spend some good time with my people, my tribe, my family, my day oneers, on my mom's side of the family, which was really unique. And so this all happened because I learned, I think this is so great. I learned that my grandmother and my grandfather actually used to live in a van, and like all of their kids were, my mom was like born in a van, and my aunts and uncles were born in a van, and my grandpa and my grandma had like this list of first names and a list of middle names, and they every time one popped out, they just like picked a, anyways, all this story was like great. So they picked a first name and a middle name, and they just smushed them together, and it just cracks me up. Like it's Jared, Cayenne, and what's Kale's middle name? Kale. Oh, I can't think of my aunt's name right now, but hers is unique too. My mom's is Coey Ray. Anyways, like super unique names, and I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know. So the story of like my grandparents were married for like 12 years, and they traveled and they lived in a van, and I'm just like, and you had 4 kids. So it's just like exciting to me. I don't know why, but anyway, so they're like, a seed was planted, like, okay. And then my girlfriend and her husband sold their house, and I was like, you guys just sold your house. Like, what are you gonna live in? And they ended up buying an RV, and they have 2 baby girls, and they went and traveled all summer. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So the seed again was planted. And so if you don't, well, you obviously don't know me because this is my very first video. I side hustle. It's what I do. I work at a gym in the morning. I work at a shoe store during the day. I clean houses. I sell Norwex. I just want to like love people, and I'm a busy person. I'm a workaholic, and I want less in life. I want one income, and I want to do the things I want to do, and I play soccer, and I do all of these things, and I'm just like ready to just like downsize, and I'm getting rid of everything I own. If it doesn't add value to my life, I'm just getting rid of it all. And so this video, it's probably going to be super long, but I'm going to share my journey of where I'm at today. And the seed was planted about traveling, and that it's possible, and that I can do it. And so I'm doing it. So I was like, let's travel. What does this look like? You know, income aside, is it possible? And it is. It's totally possible. And so I had this thing. I was like, hey, I want a van. I want to live in a van. But I wanted to stand up in my van, but I couldn't afford a Sprinter. And I was like, wow, what can I afford? And I was like, okay, so I'm going to take 3 months, and I just saved cash. I saved $3,000 in 3 months. And Jesus is my rock and savior. I'm not perfect, but he died for me, and he has saved my life. This is work, y'all. Thank you for calling Once Upon a Shoe. This is Raquel. How may I help you? And that's most of the calls I get, so that's why I answered it. So hopefully I can edit that out. See, I'm learning. Okay, so I was like, hey, Lord, I want a van. That's what I want. I don't know if that's my will. The seed was planted in me. Maybe I need to lower my expectations. Maybe I'm not meant to travel right now. That's not a big deal, you know, like I'll just postpone everything. And, not a big deal. So I just saved up money. I wasn't doing anything bad with it. I just saved it all up, had cash. And so my prayer was a van that I could stand in and a van that I could live in. And I wanted it already empty. I didn't want to have to tear out seats. I didn't want to have to do anything. I personally wanted to build it up. That was my goal. I personally wanted to build it up, and I wanted it to be empty. And so I kid you not, I was like, God, maybe this is happening right now. All of the vans I was running into were like $15,000, and I'm like, I can't afford this. Like, this is not realistic. And I didn't want to get a loan. I didn't want to do any of this stuff. And so I was like, oh, it's just not for me right now. So I'm just going to keep saving, and we'll go from there. Well, the next day I was on Facebook scrolling because I have problems, and I read this thing from a pastor, and it was like, that dream that was planted in your heart, like, it was there for a reason. It was put there for a reason. Don't give up on it. God's got you, basically, and he knows you, and he designed you, and he created you, and he put that in your heart for a reason. So don't let go of it. And I was like, oh, because I was having these like doubts, like, and so I was like, thanks, Lord. And so that morning again, I checked my inbox, and my godfather had messaged me a van, and it was perfect. It had the extension cab on top. It was empty. It had a wheelchair in it, like a wheelchair lift in it, and it was empty. And guess how much they wanted for it? $3,000. $3,000. It's a 1996, has 93,000 miles on it. I'm still inclined down about it. So I was like, so I get a hold of these people, and I was like, y'all, I'm 3 hours away from you. I'm coming to see this van. I'm coming to see it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm coming. I'm coming to you. Don't sell it from underneath me. I have cash. And they're like, okay. I said, take it down. Take it down. And I was very blessed. My brother came with me. I give him props because I have this tiny Subaru that was my grandmother's, and it's a champ. We call it Grandma's Caddy. It's amazing, and I'll show you a picture of it. And anyway, so I got my brother in my car. He's like 6 feet tall, y'all, and he's like scrunched into my front seat, and I feel so bad. I'm like, do you want to drive? Like, what can I do to make this more comfortable for you? He's like, no, it's fine. Let's just get there. It's a 3-hour drive, okay? So we get there, and we spend over an hour looking at it. We test drive it. We look at it. He touches we both used to work at Les Schwab. He's way more hands-on comprehending of how things work than I do. He just is. He's very knowledgeable in cars. And so he can take things apart and put them back together, and he's really good at it. And so he's like, he's like, it's fine. It's a good he's like, as far as I can tell, it's going to be fine. I was like, all right. So he wasn't thinking we would leave with it. He's thinking best case scenario, we're going to leave here and you're going to still have your $3,000. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Like, that's your perspective. I plan on driving it home. So, because I get my hopes up and I just get so excited, and I was like, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect, right? And it was what I wanted. The people that actually I purchased this from were Christians, and they prayed with me afterwards and blessed me, and it was just cool to know that, like, it felt right for what I needed it to be, and for them to give it to somebody, because they're like, what, you're 27, what are you doing with a van? Like, why do you need, I'm like, I'm gonna live in it. They're like, oh, wow. And so anyways, it was really cool just to see how it all connected and come together. So really, really cool. And I was just thankful about the whole thing. Okay, so that was in September, okay? And then for September, October, yeah. So for about 4 weeks, I had it. I went camping in it. I literally threw a mattress in there, and I was happy. I was so happy. And I camped in it, and I loved it, and I could stand up in it. And so, long story short, I had one too many meltdowns. I was living with my brother, and I had a meltdown on my way home from this camping trip, also / their wedding. And I moved everything I owned into my van. everything. And I called my dad and my sister, and I was like, I'm having a meltdown. I have no place to live. I'm in my van. It's a personal choice, y'all. It was a personal choice for me to move out of my brother's house. He just got married. I already intended on moving out. I just didn't know what it looked like. And so, yes, I had a meltdown. Yes, I called my parents. That's okay, because they're like, Raquel Marie, you're going to be fine. But, you know, you're going to be fine. But you kind of did this the wrong way. I'm like, you're totally right. I was rational, and I left. And I don't know what to do. And so I called my grandparents. And he said, can I park my van at your place? I'm just going to stay in it for a little bit. Basically, I'm couch surfing. And my grandma's not as healthy right now, so it was kind of like hard. But they were willing to let me stay there. And my opa's like, you're not staying in the van. I was like, I'm staying in the van because it's still warm enough for me to stay in the van. My girlfriend Molly came. And she's living in the area, and she's like, hey, just come over. I was like, sweet. So now I'm couch surfing at her house. So long story short, again, we're just going to keep going. Like, I'm going to keep saying that because it's fine, whatever. Okay, so couch surfing. I have a job. I have a full-time job. I'm always working. I'm never home. I sleep. I sleep, and then I go back to work. That's all I do. I go to the gym, I sleep, and I go to work. And I play soccer, and I coach soccer, and yeah. I'm always doing something. And so I have a van. All my belongings are in it, right? And so I make a decision to take everything I own out of the van, and I put it in a storage unit. Even though I had already taken everything out of there so that I could get rid of it all. Well, I put it all back. And I was able to sleep in my van with a mattress and still have everything I own in my van. So obviously it's not a lot, but still stuff. And so my next step was this last weekend. It was a Sunday. And on Friday night, I made a decision to go to Texas in my van. Okay. I'm like, I'm going to go to Texas and I'm going to go see my mom for Thanksgiving. So I was like, y'all, that's 3 weeks away. I have to get this ball rolling. So that was Friday night. I made a decision to go to Texas, okay? So this is how my life is. So I made a decision. Sunday, that was Friday. So Saturday, I take everything and I put it out of my van, okay? Sunday comes, and I take my van to a shop, and I have my friend Jessie with me. And Jessie did a lot of the work, but we ripped everything out of it. We stripped it to metal. The only thing we didn't do was the floor, and we took out the little jumper seat, and we took out the seat belts, and we put my seatbelt back in, and we took all of this stuff out, and it was stripped metal. That was on Sunday, okay? Monday comes, and I am doing research on van conversions because, that's what I do. I read all the things, read all the blogs, and I'm drowning and I'm overwhelmed, and I'm starting to be like, oh no, this project is way too big for me. I don't feel comfortable living in a van that I pieced together. You guys, I pieced together Halloween costumes the week before Halloween. I pieced together things all the time, but I didn't feel comfortable piecing together a van that I was going to live in and feel safe in it. So I was like, I don't know I can read about this stuff, but I don't know how to insert it. And I don't know how to, am I buying the right one? And is it going to connect correctly? Do I need to buy the whole kit, or should I just piece it out? And so I called my friend. I actually texted him and I said, hey, you told me somebody that you know does tiny homes. I need their information. And so he gave it to me, and I was like, thank you so much. And then boom, I went and called. Okay, so you guys, this is a company, right? This couple owns a company, and I called them and I was like, hey, hi guys, you don't know me. My name's Raquel. I have a project and I need help. And can you just call me? Because I think if I just explain it verbally over the message, I will probably scare you away. So if you could just call me back, I would love to talk more about this I want to know if this idea that I have is realistic. And so she called me back. Her name is Jen. And she listened to my story. And she's like, we are in between projects right now. I'm going to share this information with my husband, and then he's going to call you back. And I said, okay, all right, deal. I'll take it. And guess what? They called me back. They called me back, and they said, he just kind of went over things with me, and he's like, this is what I charge, this is what I do. And I said, this is what I'm looking for. I want to live in it, and is it realistic? And he's like, yeah, it's totally realistic. I can help you with things. And he's like, are you wanting to do some of the work? And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to be involved. I want to watch you do it. I want to, like, my goal was to do this myself. And obviously my goals now have changed because I'm going to Texas in 3 weeks, and I don't have the time. I don't have an additional 50 hours plus to put into this van to do the conversion, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay to have it professionally done. This couple, how crazy is it that I called them on a Monday, I dropped my van off on Tuesday, and everything just, like, we talked, and they were in between jobs, projects, and so they have the time to get it done, and I'm just so blessed. I can't even believe it's all coming together and connecting. I'm just still on cloud 9 about the whole thing. And so we did a van layout. He is going to do the insulation, the panel, the floor, the wall, the ceiling. He's going to do my battery, my inverter, my convert, like everything I need, my fuse, everything I need. He's going to make it all pretty, and he's going to put it together, and he's not going to piece it together, because why? This is his job. This is what he does. He gets things done, and he does it right, and he knows what he's doing. And I can't even. I'm so excited. And so, my dream is coming true. I'm going to live in a van. I did have to qualify for a credit card. I got one. If you don't know me, you don't know me. I don't like credit cards. I like cash. But if I'm going to have a home and it's going to be less than 10 grand, that's cheaper than buying a house. I don't have to pay for rent. I'm going to have money for gas, but I have a full-time job. But I'm going to have a home. I'm going to have some place to sleep every single night. I'm going to be able to plug it in and stay warm. Mine pretty nice. I like music. Oh, this is a good song. Okay, love Judah and the Lion. I'm definitely... Anyways, okay. Whew. Ready? Okay, sorry, I had a dance moment. If you're looking for some drama. Okay, so it's happening. Okay, I dropped off the van, we talked, we did a layout of van, drew it all up, signed the contract, and it's gonna be done in less than 3 weeks. I'm gonna live in a van in less than 3 weeks. I'm going to Texas, I'm going to a concert, I'm gonna go to Modest Mouse, I'm going to Texas, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna spend Thanksgiving with my mom, and it's gonna be put together. Okay, so we didn't really talk about the furniture. So Kyle and his beautiful wife are gonna put together the inside, the shell, make it solid, put all my little light fixtures, my dimmers, my lights, my hammock. I'm gonna put a hammock in my van. You don't mess with my mama. Okay, so my cousin is going to actually build my furniture. And so we're in the process right now of getting that all measured up, once my shell's obviously done, to get that taken care of. And he's going to build my kitchen, my cabinets, and my bed with some drawers. And it's going to be good. I'm so excited. And so this is where I'm at in my journey right now. I wanted to share that with you because my hashtag is it's me vanlife. It's me.vanlife. I think it's just me. I don't know what it is. I just created it. I have no idea how to do the social media thing. I don't know how to blog, and this is my first video. I don't know if I'm going to edit this or post this raw. My van's name's Adeline. These are things like Maybe you should know. Maybe you shouldn't know. I don't even know if this is going to take off. I have no idea. Call me crazy. Call me what you want. I really don't care. This seed was planted in my heart. I'm doing it. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if it's the right move for me. But what I do know is at the end of the day, I have a place to live. I'm going to be warm. I'm going to be safe. I have jobs. And I'm paying my bills. So this is just the next step in my journey. I don't know where it's going to take me. Back in the early spring, I thought I'm going to travel. I'm going to sell Norwex. I'm going to share Norwex with people. And I'm going to share, I'm just going to love people. Share the love of Jesus with people, whether it's the love from my heart that he gives me or it's just love in general. I don't really care. I just want to be with people, and I want to cultivate happiness and joy and all these things. And I just feel like I'm made for more. I have passion and I have purpose, and I want to pursue that. And so I feel like this is the step in that right direction. And I'm not perfect. I'm going to fall short. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where God's doing in my heart, because I have some work to do. I have some personal growth to do. I have some things that I need to work on to be a better person. And so this is my journey. And follow me, don't follow me. Follow me. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what tomorrow looks like. I don't know when I'll post my next video. I have no idea. But what I do know is I will post stories on my Instagram as well as I can. And I'm also gonna post, just on my Instagram. I don't have a Facebook account yet. And it's me.vanlife. My van's name's Adeline. And now I'm repeating myself. So, oh my. I like Judah and the Lion. My name is Raquel. My van's name's Adeline, and this is my story. So I'm excited to piece it all together, and I'm excited to show you everything that I'm doing. So I hope you enjoyed this. Bye, guys.